If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Let's get into it.
If it's a day called today, come rain, sleet, or snow, we're talking guitars and life, Jack. Get your popcorn, a Diet Coke, and come on to the show. Let's go. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Once upon it's Tuesday night. Ted's talking guitars and life. Hey! If it's a day called today, another guitar, some stories, and a video.
Well, everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Well, my friends, you're looking at the new and improved old Red. Yeah, guys, we did copacetically make some upgrades in the last video, and in tonight's episode, it's a late edition for me. But wherever you are, Jack, whatever time of day it is, man, I pray you're having a fantabulous day, my friends. I really, really do. Well, my friends, I am declaring victory on the setup of Old Red. Yeah, guys, finally, man. In the fast forward that preceded this introduction, you saw me stringing up the guitar and dialing this bad boy in. Yeah, guys, she's set up and ready to rock. She sure is. Man, special shout out to J-Man who helped me figure out what the problem was, Jack. And I had said in the Old Red Chronicles, my friends, that if and when we got Old Red licked, I'd tell you exactly what the problem was and how we went about fixing that, Jack. So I'm going to tell you that story tonight, man. Hey, why don't you run on out to the kitchen, grab yourself a Diet Coke and some popcorn. Meet me back at the workbench, Jack. Yeah, man, go on and get your snacks. Come on back to the workbench, man. I got a story to tell. Let's get into it, Jack. Yeah, my friends, welcome back to the workbench. Yeah, guys, well, let me tell you how we fixed Old Red up, my friends. Yeah, quite the story, man. In a recent video about tools, I did mention that I went out and bought me a Music Nomad, not straight edge and regular old straight edge, because I was beginning to question the veracity of my guitar neck straighteners check tool that I purchased from on the Zon. Oh, about 16, 18 months ago, Jack. It has served me well, but I was beginning to think it had lost its mind, given the trouble that Old Red had given us. Well, friends, I'm happy to report that this old Music Nomad did pay for itself almost immediately, Jack. Yeah, guys. Sorry, I'm looking at a scratch there. I probably did that. Yeah, man. I probably did, Jack. Well, let me tell you what I learned, my friends. Here's some life lessons for old Ted, man. Maybe it'd be helpful for you. I don't know, Jack. Put it in the comments and let me know if you ever heard of such a thing. When I straighten a neck before I do fretwork, I typically straighten the neck right down the middle of that fingerboard using a straight edge, not straight edge, a little something like that, Jack. And right now, this neck is copacetically straight right down the middle. Now, what I had noticed, I kept having a difficulty dialing in the guitar above the 14th fret. Everything was good until I got to the 14th fret, and then everything went south quick, fast, and in a hurry, Jack. I could not bend my E and B string if I was at 0.05. And I really couldn't fret anything on the E, A, D, and G string from 15 and 17, and then 18 it got all right, and 19 it was okay, and 20 it was out again. Man, it was chaos. I couldn't figure it out. And I kept going after these frets, man, from 12 through the end of the fingerboard, thinking that I just needed to taper everything off. No matter what I did, man, I continued to fret out the 15th and 17th fret particularly. And again, I couldn't get my action to 0.05. Now again, if you hang out with me on the channel, oh, by the way, if it's your first time, welcome, Jack. You know that I prefer my action to be 0.06, but that's not the point. A well set up guitar should be playable at 0.05, okay? So I was just in a quandary, man. It was really, really giving me fits, man, just thinking through it. And I kept thinking I was doing something wrong, doing something wrong. Anyway, I noted that I had my straight edge out and I had the guitar out, and I was looking at the neck, and I began to notice, man. And again, this was with my Amazon not straight edge, okay, that if I was on the treble side of that neck, I didn't have any relief. If I was on the bass side of that neck, I had relief. And it didn't matter how much I straightened that neck, Jack. The treble side was always straighter and truer, and the bass side always had relief in it. So I called Jay, man, tonight, man. I said, Jay, man, what does it mean if my neck is straight on the treble and has relief on the bass side? Is it even remotely possible, dude, that I've had two, count them, two Strat necks? Both of the headstocks had been fashioned to look like a Tele, and both of those necks are jacked up and warped. Or is it this guitar? Man, I thought I jacked that pocket up in some way, guys. I really did. He said, well, man, I hate to break it to you, but it is possible. He said, here's what you do, man. So I give Jay all the credit for this. Jay said, I want you to take your notched straight edge, and without the strings being taut, okay, loosen the strings up. This is the way I should have done it. I actually did it with the strings tight and had to redo it. Anyway, I'm just telling you the correct steps that he told me. Okay, guys, none of this is prescriptive. I'm just sharing my journey and giving Jay credit. Jay said, with the strings loosened, put your notched straight edge right on the dots, okay, until your neck bows a little bit. In other words, where you have a little bit of play in it on either end, okay? And when you have play on either end, see if you've got play on either end on the treble side and the bass side and in the middle. And guys, sure enough, man, I had play in the middle of the neck and I had play in the treble side, but the bass side perfectly flat. So, my friends, my guitar neck is just a little warped. So what that means is that because I was only checking the levelness of this fingerboard, this guitar neck, down the middle and not on the outsides, I was not getting a true representation of the guitar. Okay, the guitar neck being a little warped, that's just life, man. These are old guitar necks and all that. Life happens. All guitar necks aren't always going to be true, right? So anyway, so he said, well, man, okay, now that you've got it straightened out, okay, where you've got a little bit of back bow, go ahead and check your frets. Guys, I checked the frets, and sure enough, from 14 up, I had some frets that were all out of whack, man. How many times had I leveled these frets, right? So with the neck set the way it was, with a little bit of back bow in it, okay, I was straighter maybe than we would play a guitar neck. I was finding all of these frets that were kind of out of whack. So what I did is I went ahead and I tried to spot level a couple of the frets, and that led, guys, to me chasing other frets. It made other frets unlevel, in other words. And so I just decided that, by the way, guys, this is a 14-inch radius board from the Partscaster project. So sure enough, I went ahead and leveled 12 through 21, and I went ahead and leveled them, I crowned them, I polished them, and I put the guitar all back together. I strung it up, and sure enough, man, I got all kind of higher registry goodness, Jack. So then I took my Music Nomad string action gauge and I set the high E. It's just a smidge higher than 0.05, negligible, and I don't have any fretting out at all, Jack. Not a little bit. So guys, lesson learned for me. When I set the straightness of a guitar neck before I do fret work from this day forward, write it down, somebody. I'm not only going to make sure that it's straight in the middle, but that it's straight on the treble and the bass side as well. By the way, my old Zahn not straight edge, yeah, man, just as true as this Music Nomad straight edge is, okay? Now, I also have, on this, I have a actual straight edge, not a not straight edge, so that's why I purchased that, which I mentioned in the other video. But with those tools, man, from this day forward, I will check the levelness of a board, not just down the middle, but also on the treble and the bass side. And I'll do the old rocking thing, and I'll check my frets that way. And then, in theory, once you restring the guitar, tune everything up, you should go ahead and release some of that tension off the guitar neck. I haven't done that yet because it is perfectly straight. If I use my string now as a straight edge on that bass E string, that is one flat board, and it's not causing me any trouble, Jack. So I may give that a little bit of relief. I need to play the guitar for about an hour and play different kinds of, I am heavy-handed, so my action is usually a little bit higher than yours is. However, guys, I just want to bring you all in, man, and share that wild story with you, Jack. I surely did. I had never heard of that before, and the thought that I would have gotten two guitar necks. Now, what does this mean for the original neck? Is it also warped? Well, guys, here's a true story. Last weekend, when I was having a little bit of meltdown about old Red and that original neck, I sent a video to Jay, Chris over at BCG 5150, my dear brother Vic at the Guitar Medic, and Brant, and I was showing them the exact same thing on the original neck. It was straight on the treble, and on the bass side, I had relief in it. And I was like, what is going on? And then tonight, I noticed that this neck was the exact same thing. Who would have thought it, guys? Man, not me. Dang, Jack. That's a lot of coinky dinks, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, she's rocking and rolling. She's set up. She's ready to go. That guitar is intonated. So yeah, guys, lessons abound at Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Man, it seems like I learn something new every day working on guitars, man. Because this was about to drive me crazy. I was thinking about old Spark earlier tonight. This will timestamp the video for everybody, especially for you, Spark. Spark, today is the day that I watched the video. I think maybe it came out yesterday, where you were doing some work on your DIY pickguard, and you accidentally sat your freshly painted purple guitar on a rag that you believe had naphtha residue on it, and it jacked your finish up on the back of that guitar. So that'll timestamp the video for Spark anyway. And man, I can so relate to having to start over a refin project. But guys, this stuff, man, these learnings, I'm telling you, man, I was this close, man. I'm telling you, I was so close. There's a person in my local marketplace who had a Squier Tele neck, 2008 Squier standard Tele neck. And I was just about to buy that guitar neck, guys, because there wasn't any way I was having any luck with this. And then I called J-Man, and the rest is history. Because, my friends, it is great to have this guitar community that we have. Guys, I say it all the time. What a great community we have, how helpful people are. Man, that has been my experience all day long. And twice on Sundays, man, the guys that I can just text and call and send videos of, and troubles I'm having and get their feedback and wise sage counsel, man, and just some great guys, man, that I'm in fellowship with. That includes all of you guys. I'm so thankful for the friendships that we've formed on the channel, man. Yeah, man. I really am grateful. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who spend any time at all on the channel talking about guitars and life with me, guys. Well, Old Red at this point, guys, is now in the books. The only thing that I haven't done to Old Red that I might do yet is put a different pickup in the bridge. However, when we did the premiere of Old Red, I talked about how I wasn't really feeling this bridge pickup. It's a Guyker bridge pickup. I think it's a good bridge pickup, but it's 9.7, but it's not beefy like that 13.9 rail humbucker that I put in Brant's SBH-HD. So, but then, man, when we got to the premiere and everybody was watching it, everybody thought it sounded pretty decent. So, I don't know, maybe I was overreacting. I just needed somebody else's ears, you know what I'm saying? And guys, it's such a great thing that we can do these finale vids and you guys can comment and I can ask you guys to weigh in. Tell me how it sounds in your rock and roll ears, man. And to let you guys give me some feedback in real time, man. That was really, really great. So at the end of the day, all of our upgrades are done except for possibly swapping out that bridge pup, which I'm not sure I'm going to do right now. And I don't know the longevity of Old Red around the shop. I like Old Red. I think it's got a lot of character. I don't like it as much as my Tease SBH E-Series guitar or my original Tease SBH Edition. But, you know, it plays well. I think it looks good. It does call me. Yeah, man, I think it's a great guitar. All right, so, but I've had a lot of great guitars that are no longer in the shop because I don't need to have 15 guitars, man. So I might put Old Red on the marketplace. Tell me, guys, what would you suggest I sell Old Red for? I've got $120 in it. Unless you start adding in how many sets of strings I burned through, which was 4 if you're keeping score. Actually 4.5. That's a long story about the half, but anyway, yeah, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Old Red, Jack. I really don't know. I think what I'm gonna do more than anything for a while though is play it. Yeah, man. Old Red. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this one, man. I can't thank y'all enough for spending any time at all hanging out on the channel tonight talking about guitars and life. Hey, special shout out to the Jacks, our channel members, for all your love, support, encouragement, and constant edification. Man, oh man, you guys are the best. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Hey, rock on with your bad selves, everybody. Catch you down the road.